Good afternoon to you all. How are you doing today? Happy Friday. I hope you have some fun things planned for the weekend. And if you don't, then I'm sorry. If you do, have a brilliant time. I wanted to talk to you today about speaking English. I've had quite a few people reaching out to me to say that that's the one thing that they want to improve upon, is speaking like a native, or to speak more easily, more confidently. And I've got a couple of tips for you to help you to do just that. The key is about speaking, about all elements of languages, is practice. So you have to practice and practice and practice. Well, how do you practice reading? You read. How do you practice listening? You listen. How do you practice writing? You write. You know where I'm going with this. How do you practice speaking? You speak. That means to say things out loud. Don't just think in your head, this is what I'm doing. Say it out loud. Then your mind hears yourself speaking. They hear you speaking English and your mind goes, that's good. What you have to do is keep speaking. Now, to start off with, I know this is obviously more difficult, but what you can do is you can find something that you want to read. Anything. You could read from a newspaper, you could read from a book, you could read a web post, you could even read not Instagram, but Facebook post, or one of the many other things that you read every single day. Incorporate it into your life every single day. So the key is to start reading. Now, you can obviously grow this experience by writing down something and then reading it out yourself. So, for example, if you have a meeting to go to, you want to make a presentation, prepare it in writing and then read it out loud many times so that you can get the pronunciation correct and you can feel confident in what you're going to say. That's really important. So, step one is to read anything out loud. Read to a mirror, read to your phone, record what you're saying, and just read it out loud. And the second thing to do is to shadow. So shadowing is what it's called when you listen to someone else speaking and you practice to say it in exactly the same way. So let's start. It's a little bit of a practice here. So if I say hello, then you have to say hello in exactly the same way. Hello, hello. And then I could say, wow, it's a sunny day today. Wow, it's a sunny day today. And by shadowing an accent that you like to listen to or that you would like to sound like, for example, if you want an English accent, then find English people that are speaking and shadow them. Take it small section by small section and say exactly what they say with the same tone. Really importantly, say it in exactly the same way. Where can you find people to speak English? Well, everywhere. I'm here. There's also English television, there's English radio, there's English people on TED Talks. There's English people everywhere. Have a look and see what you can find. Have a look on YouTube. Anyone that's speaking English, it doesn't matter what they're talking about. As long as they are speaking with an English accent, you will then be able to shadow the English accent. If you would prefer to shadow an American accent, find some American people talking. If you want to sound Australian, please go ahead and watch, Neighbours or Home and Away. These are two very famous soap operas from Australia. Listen to some Kylie Minogue. She's Australian. She has an Australian accent. Shadow her. So that's the key if you want to sound a certain way. So find that person or any person, number of people. Just be careful with people that are, for example, English or American, because you will be shadowing their accents. So I have quite a normal English accent, but you will find a lot of people from England have different accents. Scottish, down from Devon, Newcastle, there's lots of very strong accents. So if you want to sound like somebody that's easily understood, make sure the accent sounds are easily understood for you. Okay, so there's two ways. So first of all, read. Read into the mirror, read into your phone, read everywhere, and sing. Sing, read. Okay, that's number one. Number two, shadowing. So find an accent that you love and use that accent to practice. Make sure that you sound exactly the same. Okay? Now, number three is to actually find someone to talk to. Find someone else to talk to in English. Now, we've opened the chat rooms here a few times, and a few of you have come on and spoken and been very brave, but there have been others that have come on and just not said anything. The whole idea is if you're coming to a speaking room, you have to speak. So practice before you come, or before you put yourself in a position where you want to speak, prepare what you're going to say. Okay, so what am I going to say? I'll maybe introduce myself. So, my name is Joanne Hayward, and I am a business English coach. I live in Malta, and I have 2 children and 2 dogs and 2 cats. So, practice introducing yourself in a very basic way. Write it down, prepare it, and then practice it. And then when you have some time, come on and speak to people that speak in English. If you come into the chat room, I'm there to help you. I will help you with your pronunciation. And if you trip over some words, it really is no problem. In fact, what you have to remember, wherever you speak, if you trip over some words, it's no problem. If you're surrounded by non-native speakers trying to speak English, nobody is going to judge you. Everyone is thinking about themselves. And to be honest, if you are there in English making a presentation to native speakers, they will just be pleased that they are not expected to understand your language, to understand the presentation. So just have that little bit of confidence and go and give it a go. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. Okay? This is the same with all elements of the language. The more you read, it becomes easier to read. The more you write, it becomes easier to write. The more you listen, becomes easier to listen, and the more you speak, it becomes easier to speak. What you need is to have something to say. So think about what you want to say and then say it. Practice beforehand. That will give you the confidence to prepare, practice and present. You know my 3 Ps by now. Okay? So that's what I'm suggesting. If you want to speak better English, I've given you 3 key ways to do it. Okay? First of all, speak to the mirror, speak to the phone, speak out loud, walk around your house speaking or singing to music or anything you like, as long as you are saying things out loud. Don't say it in your head. It's not the same thing. You need to say it out loud. You need to get your mouth moving in the correct way. Okay? Secondly, shadow. Shadow somebody. Find an accent that you want, that you would love to have, and shadow exactly how they say things. Okay? Maybe that might be easier if you record yourself saying so record them saying something and then you record yourself saying the same thing. That will then enable you to compare the difference and change your pronunciation a bit to fit in. Okay? And the third thing is find somebody to talk to. Anybody. And the more you practice, the easier it will be. So think about what you want to prepare. What do you want to say? If you're learning business English, do you need your vocabulary to be improved? Do you need to use some phrases or some idioms that maybe you need to learn some more idioms and then practice using those? Are you making a presentation? Are you taking part in a meeting? Are you making a phone call? You need to think about what you want to say and think about the content of what you want to say. So do you want to make a presentation? Okay, what's involved in that? Do you need to speak about budgets? Do you need to speak about sales figures? Do you need to present ideas? What do you need to say? What do you want to say? Prepare, practice, then you've got to say it out loud. It doesn't matter if anyone's around or not. Prepare and practice by yourself. And then perform. Then you can go into your meeting with all the confidence that you need to do your best presentation or to make that phone call, get that deal, sign that contract. It's very straightforward. It just needs time and consistency. A little bit every day will help you to get to your end goal. So think about your end goal. Think about small goal. Okay, I want to go and make a presentation to the office next time we have a monthly meeting. Brilliant. Then prepare that presentation. What do you want to say? There's no point in going to the presentation with nothing to say. You need something to say. Prepare that, whatever you want to say. Practice it. Practice it in front of the mirror. Practice it to your family. Practice it to yourself. Keep practicing. And then you'll perform and everything will go brilliantly and you'll be like, yay! Do something easy to start with and then you can get more and more difficult as time goes on. If you need a hand, I'm here to help. Meanwhile, I hope you all have an amazing weekend and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Have a good day.